Hello, you're watching Greenfield Community Television, and I'm joined here with Bob Disbrow today. Thanks for coming on the show.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure to be here.
Awesome. So I just wanted to start by asking you if you could tell me about, so basically you are unhoused, and I wanted you to just invite you to talk about your journey and how you got to where you are today.
Okay, well, I'm 57 years old. I was married, previously. I got a divorce from my wife, and she's a wonderful person. We're still good friends with each other. As a matter of fact, we talk a lot, and we're better off as friends. She had to go take care of her mother. Our previous arrangement was we would stay in the place we were, and I had already prior to that looked for housing, and I wanted to, and I applied for everything, and I went for help. I went through CSO. I went and talked to a wonderful woman down there who helped me out, and I applied for like a thick stack of paperwork of housing. Everything around in the Greenfield area, in the Franklin County area, is pretty hard to get to. Mm-hmm. In housing, and there's a lot of bad actors out there as far as housing goes. As a matter of fact, if I can give you an example, I spoke to one person who wanted 12 months up front plus my voucher, which I only have for about 2 more months, up front in cash, plus first last security, and if I had a pet, another $50 a month up front for 12 months, which was ridiculous. My wife had to, or my ex-wife, my good friend, had to go and take care of her family, which I completely understood. And look, what can you say to that?
Definitely.
And she's like she's a really good person. It's just like sometimes you just don't see eye to eye, I guess.
Definitely. So I understand now you live in the shelter. Can you talk about your process of getting into the shelter?
Well, I had to call. I was a little bit homeless for some time, but I had to call like every day in order to get into the place. And some of the staff was like really cool, and they would just sit there and talk to me on the phone because I was pretty upset or scared, to be honest with you. And I worked through it, and it took me about 21 days. Mm-hmm. And it was, the whole time it was absolutely scary to me because I'm right now, I put in all my time, and I got SSDI. It took me 2.5 years to get that. I went through all this process with a lawyer, with a judge, and everything like that. So I can't walk that much. I can't. I have some mental problems. Obviously, PTSD is one of them. It was just too much, and it was so overwhelming just waiting for that process to finish. Mm-hmm. But I finally did get in there, and I've met some wonderful people in there. I really have.
Definitely. Yeah. So what are some of the biggest challenges you face on a daily basis?
Well, a daily basis would be putting up with staff, and the fact that one staff member will tell you one thing and the other staff member will tell you another thing. They don't mind eating out, but they won't feed you. The food is served from frozen to fully cooked at 550 degrees.
So the food is really hard.
The food is awful. All you have to do, and they have a refrigerated area, all you have to do is take your food, frozen food out, put it into a refrigerator, let it thaw for 24 hours, and then rotate it through.
Can you just walk me through a typical day in your life?
I'll go to the library. I'll hang out there for a little while. Walk around town, go sit in the various parks. Try not to get the police too mad at me, you know.
Definitely.
You know, I mean, I respect them. They're doing their job, and there's a lot of like good police officers out there, you know. It's just the environment down there is not conducive. Basically, what I say is, and everybody thinks it's funny, that we're 9 to 5 bums. It's a professional job, because they make you get out of your room by 9, and they won't let you in until 5. And if you go in at like 4:59, you get written up. And I'm an adult. I'm basically retired. So why? I don't understand the way they do this. It's frustrating. And you know, I'm not the only one. These guys down there, they come from Colorado, they come from Washington, they come from Connecticut, they come from Alabama, and 99% of us down there are really good people.
I believe it. Are there any resources or services you find particularly helpful?
CSO, the other part of it, like down on Arch Place, I've had a counselor there for a good 4 years. She is the most wonderful person I've ever met in my life. Really gets me and really understands, you know, my trouble, and really wants to help me and goes above and beyond. Her name is Marie.
Awesome.
She's a godsend to me. And you know, it's not like I've already gone out and sought the help. I've already gone out and tried to figure it out. And sometimes you get a counselor that is like, just wants to sit there and listen to me make them laugh for like a 45 minutes.
Definitely.
But this person, she engages and is just like wonderful to me.
Do you have any long-term goals or dreams for the future?
Yes, I do. They've been dashed quite recently, but I still have I used to play a tuba when I was a kid. I started out, I yanked on the teacher's pants, you know, when I was like in 5th grade, and I said, hey, can I play the drums? And he said, well, why don't you just play the tuba? Everybody wants to play the drums. So I said, okay. And by the end of that day, I'd already played my first note. And I love the instrument. I was in band all through high school, all through you know, middle school.
Is your goal to continue playing music someday?
Yes, it is.
Awesome.
As a matter of fact, with a very, very small amount of money that I have, I made a good purchase and really put my thought into it and talked to somebody who knew about it and went online, and I picked up a 4-string bass. I got the case for it. I got the amp for it. It's going to be like kind of like, I'm into like 80s, you know, like hair bands and stuff like that. I love that. But I really want to play the bass, and just like true to my heart, you know. It's been a good 30 years since I picked up this instrument, because I had to give it back to the high school for 40 years. I mean, I graduated in 1986. Everybody else could do the math. We'll just go with that. And I really wanted that. So I went in and I talked to staff, and they said, you can't have it. Well, the same guy sitting in there is playing a ukulele to me, telling me I can't have a musical instrument. And I bust out crying right in front of him. Because if you take away my expression, take away the beauty that can exist inside of a person, it's awful. Because of a rule, I'm not just an adult, I'm a human being.
So did you get to keep your bass in the end?
No, it's going to be delivered there, and I'm going to have to give it to my ex-wife for her to store until I find housing, which could be anywhere, and they're not going to help me there.
That is sad to hear, but I understand you also do Dungeons and Dragons. You want to talk about your other hobby?
Yeah,
Seems to be going well.
Still working on it. I just went and bought 100-sided dice just the other day at the game place. Those guys are really helpful down there.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're great people.
You just got a 100-sided dice to play Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, and the reason I want to do it is because the TV's on in there all the time. It's just there's only so much television you can watch in a day. It's going to be cold out. I want to be able to distract people, and I have an amazing imagination. So what I want to do is like engage people, and this is basically I'm going to work off of like who you are, as far as who your character is.
Mm-hmm. So you're kind of making this group for people to get through the winter together?
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's really what I want to do.
And is it all people living in the shelter?
It's all people living in the shelter, yeah.
Great.
And apparently, if we move over to the new space at Art's Place, we'll have a little bit more of a common room to do stuff like that. But I mean, I want to help in any way I can, and this is it's been who I am since like childhood.
Awesome.
You know, I started working when I was 8. You know, I did everything I possibly could in order to make other people's lives better. Some people can't get along with me. I'm a super Sagittarius. Mm-hmm. I'm born on December 21st. Yep, I'm a fire sign. You better believe it. But I get along with people. People seem to like me. I don't want to toot my own horn because that's not me. Mm-hmm. But
so can you tell me, is there something you wish more people understood about homelessness, that, or like any kind of like stereotypes that you would like to combat or just give more light to?
Yeah, definitely. Well, the stereotype, it's a stigma. It's just basically a stereotype towards homeless people. It looks like we're all we're all grouped together. And we've touched on my past before, so it's like we all come from different places. Not one of us are actually bad. Mm-hmm. There's some people that have drug problems. My roommate is a wonderful, wonderful human being. You know, he has his own special ghost that he talks to, and I believe him. You know, because he's died because of heroin overdose. But he's doing his best he can to get better, and he's an amazing guy, and all these amazing people in there. I mean, you got some bad actors, you got some bad people in there. A couple. It's out of all of us, most of them are really, really good, and it's like there's some blowback from town because you know, they're all afraid that we're going to move over to One Arch Place. We're not moving far. I could throw a rock from where we are to there, mm-hmm. But it's like we're not going to mess up the neighborhood. The other thing too is there's a lot of families that go there with kids at One Arch Place for counseling, who are concerned, and they should be, mm-hmm. You know, but about us moving there, like, but we're not going to cause trouble. I mean, not on my watch. I mean, I won't.
Not on your watch?
No, not on my watch. I won't let them. I talk to a lot of people, and you know, I'm friends with a lot of people, and there's a lot of different personalities in there. But I try to stay like you know, halfway into the middle. Definitely. But I want to make sure that people know that what moves over there is not going to be a hot mess. It's not. It's going to be better organized. It's going to be better taken care of, and better supervised. To be honest, definitely. I do believe in the staff that's over there. The staff that's here is not so good. They don't have a very good reputation. But there's always room for improvement, and there's going to be better supervision over there because there's a lot of supervisors that are there.
Totally.
Yeah. So that's my take on it.
Have you experienced any acts of kindness or support that may have made a big difference in your life? I know you talk so much about what you do to others or for others.
To me, not so much. There's unfortunately, this world consists of, in this economy and everything, consists of greed. Mm-hmm. It is based on greed. I mean, I feel good about helping people, but like I said before, nice guys do finish last, and it sucks for me. I mean, like I'm frustrated, and I'm going to say this on camera. I'm sexually frustrated too. It's been a long time, but no one seems to want to like pass along kindness. I've seen it. Believe me, I've seen it. Mm-hmm. It's really nice it's beautiful to me to see it coming towards me. I don't know how to take it. I'm so used to like the pendulum to be swung one way that it's hard to accept any kind of a kindness from anybody. But on the other hand, I don't see it very much at all.
Definitely. What would make a big difference in improving your situation right now, if there's could be like one or two things?
Well, I'd say if I could find a place.
Yeah.
You know, basically, I'm looking for a couch and a place to play my guitar, you know, where I'm not bothering anybody too much. I already got the cat. I got somebody to help me with the couch. I already got the TV, because my entire life is in 5x5 storage. I just want to be calm and content and happy, and sometimes left alone. You know, I'm empathic, so there's a lot of active minds in that place, and so it's painful for me to be there. Mm-hmm. To be honest with you, I want to work on bettering myself. I want to take these hobbies and help myself to move away from certain things that I do. Mm-hmm. that are self-destructive. And I just want to let people know that my door is always open, and I'd love to cook for you. I mean, that's my thing.
Awesome.
I got a smoker sitting in there, and it's just waiting for some chicken to go into it.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to your future.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on the show, Bob.
You bet. Good to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you.